Hey everyone, welcome to my latest review of nationwide pet insurance. Now, some of you might know that I have a chihuahua named Ralphie who was hit by a car about 6 or so months ago. That was terrible because not only was he in a ton of pain and injured, he also needed surgery, medication, and lots of follow-up visits to the vet, and all that cost more than I even want to think about. At the time, he wasn't insured, we just adopted him, and I was a new pet owner, so I didn't know much about how much it costs when your pets get sick or injured. But after that nasty financial shock, I'd call it, I realized that pet insurance was a good idea and I started comparing the options available out there. Now, my kids have a guinea pig and they wanted to know if he was getting insured as well. Now, don't tell them, but I never really intended to insure the guinea pig. All he does is sit in his cage all day, and if he goes, we could probably just switch him out without them realizing it. But because they asked, just out of curiosity, I looked around for a company that insures other pets besides cats and dogs. And that's how I found Nationwide, which is one of the only American pet insurers that covers a wider range of what they call exotic pets, like snakes, goats, birds, lizards, and sometimes even mice. They also cover cats and dogs, which are the pets most people insure, and they've been in the business for a very long time. So in today's video, I'll be looking into what they do, how it works, and because this is not an ad or some kind of sponsored video, what they could be doing better. I'll also be looking into how much it costs to use them and how Nationwide compares to their competition. And by the way, like always, I found a discounted link, so if at any point you decide to use Nationwide pet insurance, you can get a bit of a discount if you use the link in the description that you won't get by going straight to their website. Now, the first thing I always look into when I'm researching a company is a bit about their history and background. And Nationwide is a veteran in the insurance industry. They opened for business almost 100 years ago as a small mutual auto insurer, and they were the first to cover pets in America. But now, according to their website, they process 3 million pet insurance claims per year. And aside from California, where there is a different underwriter, the National Casualty Company underwrites all their policies. And as one of America's biggest pet insurers, Nationwide has 3 plans to cover accidents and injuries. 2 of these pay out a percentage of your vet bills, and the third offers a set amount per condition or procedure regardless of how much you spend. They also have plans to encourage pet wellness, and they offer customized insurance for all kinds of animals, what they call exotic pets, except for ones that are dangerous, endangered, or illegal to have as pets. Now let's look at their pricing, plans, and some of their special features. Nationwide offers separate coverage for accidents like broken bones or poisoning, illnesses, allergies, cancer, arthritis, ear infections, and preventative care like vaccines, tick and flea treatments, and regular checkups. So in terms of dogs and cats, the price varies depending on your pet and the state you live in. Once you tell them where you live, the breed of your pet, its age, and about any pre-existing conditions, you can choose a plan that fits your pet and your budget. You have the choice of accident and illness care with the option to add a wellness package for most plans, but your quote and options will mostly depend on what kind of pet you have and how old it is. Before we get into the specifics, I'll give you a general idea. For dogs, plans start as low as $16 a month, but the most popular plan costs about $47. When it comes to cats, the most popular plan comes in at around $22 a month, but they do start at around $5 a month. If you insure more than one pet, there's an automatic 5% discount for the second one. The most comprehensive coverage you can get is with a modular pet insurance plan, which is only for cats and dogs between the ages of 8 weeks and 8 years. Here you're covered for illnesses and accidents, and you can choose a reimbursement rate of between 50% and up to 90% and set your maximum annual benefit from $5,000 up to unlimited. And you also get up to $250 worth of deductible expenses every year. Your dog or cat is covered for accidents, behavioral issues, chemotherapy, chronic illnesses, some hereditary conditions, dental work, lab diagnostics, prescription medication, surgeries, and vet exams. Now, as you'd expect, they do exclude pre-existing conditions and things like boarding or grooming, and pricing starts at about $16 per month, but that's the lowest cost possible, and it really depends on what kind of pet that you end up insuring. To insure Ralphie with 70% of eligible vet expenses reimbursed, $250 worth of annual deductibles, and unlimited annual claims for accidents and illnesses, the monthly fee I was quoted was around $63. Of that, $14 was for accidents, and under this plan, if Ralphie had another broken leg, the vet bills would probably be somewhere around $2,300, but I wouldn't be paying anything more than around $700. Now, you have to have accident coverage, but illness coverage is optional. And that came to around $48 with the option of adding congenital and hereditary diseases for another $10 a month. You also get the option of adding a wellness plan with set amounts reimbursed for preventative procedures like tests, flea control, and vaccinations that keep your pet in good condition. To get wellness coverage worth $450 a year, you pay $16 a month, and for $800 a year, you'd pay $32 a month. Then there's the major medical plan for cats and dogs that are younger than 9 years old. It includes accidents and illnesses with the option to add wellness, but it pays out differently with annual amounts predefined for each condition or situation, and that amount is what you get no matter how much you spend. Major medical insurance and wellness, as well as accidents and illness coverage, starts at $43 a month. Without wellness procedures included, the lowest amount you can pay is $25. Both options include $250 in deductibles, and this plan, like all others, excludes pre-existing conditions, and this is the best for pets that don't have hereditary or congenital conditions, as it only covers a few of those. If your pet is born with a condition or is expected to develop problems, say you have a dog that's a breed known to develop hip dysplasia, then the policy to choose is the one called Whole Pet, because this plan includes coverage for accidents and illnesses, plus many more hereditary and congenital conditions. Although it includes more conditions than the major medical plan, you don't have the option of adding a wellness plan, and yearly benefits are set at $10,000. And it starts at $34 a month with a reimbursement rate of 50%, and for a rate of 70%, you can expect to pay a minimum of $46 a month. And My Pet Protection is a plan that applies to dogs and cats, but is also available for birds, reptiles, and other pets. This plan is only available through registered employers, so it's worth checking if your company is listed, because pricing starts at $5 that's deducted directly from your paycheck for exotic animals with 50% reimbursement, and $7 per paycheck for dogs and cats, also with a 50% reimbursement. To insure an exotic pet directly, you have to contact Nationwide's toll-free number to arrange a policy, but I can tell you that these plans start at around $9 per month, and their most popular exotic pet plan costs around $20 a month. All policyholders can submit claims from their phones, and you have access to a 24/7 veterinary helpline. Plus, all Nationwide members have access to a service called PetRx Express, which gives you discounted prices for prescription medications at all Sam's Clubs and Walmart pharmacies across the country. Also, if your state has a free look period, you have the right to examine a policy, and if for some reason you decide to cancel it, provided you're within the time limit, you can get your money back, but only if you haven't already made a claim. And as I mentioned before, if you decide to get a quote from Nationwide, you can get a bit of a discount if you use the link in the description below that you won't get by going straight to their website, so feel free to take advantage of that as well. So how does Nationwide compare to others in the pet insurance game? Well, like I said earlier, it's the first insurer to cover pets in America. So it isn't a fly-by-night company. And I saw mostly good reviews on Trustpilot, where Nationwide scored 4 out of 5 stars, which is pretty good from Trustpilot. The other two companies I looked at were Trupanion and Healthy Paws, so let's see how they stack up. In a quick comparison, Trupanion has a single plan with unlimited coverage and a 90% reimbursement rate, while Nationwide offers a variety of options to choose from. Nationwide has an annual deductible policy. Trupanion offers lifetime deductibles per condition in most states, and this could save you money if your pet has a chronic illness. But Nationwide includes alternative therapies like acupuncture and chiropractic treatments in its Whole Pet plan, whereas you have to pay extra for those at Trupanion, and Trupanion doesn't extend coverage to all the preventative treatments you find in Nationwide's wellness plans. So another option is Healthy Paws. They also have a single plan without any annual or lifetime limits, but Healthy Paws doesn't give you a range of plans to choose from or the ability to add wellness coverage to your policy. Healthy Paws says that they process claims in 2 business days, which is much faster than Nationwide, which generally takes 5 and sometimes up to 30 days to process. Now, both Nationwide and its Whole Pet plan and Healthy Paws include hereditary or congenital conditions, prescription medications, and alternative treatments, but Healthy Paws excludes some dental care, behavioral therapies, and prescription diets, which Nationwide does include. So for wellness and pets that need special food or specific diets, you're probably better off with Nationwide. And what I think really sets Nationwide apart is that they offer affordable pet insurance through employers, and that they provide coverage for more exotic pets. So if I wanted to, I could insure my kid's guinea pig, but he's a healthy little guy who never really leaves his cage, so I won't be doing that. But it is nice to know that there's someone out there to cover all the unusual quote-unquote pets and their health needs. So what are the pros and cons of using Nationwide? To start with, they're a reputable company with a long history in pet insurance, and from all my research, it seems like they deliver exactly what they say they do. Yes, some pre-existing conditions are not covered, but there's a lot of information about exclusions on their website, so you just need to get properly informed before you sign up. I found signing up really easy. I just answered a few basic questions about Ralphie, and I got a quick quote by email within about an hour. Once you have a basic quote, you can customize it, change your reimbursement rate, add or remove coverage for illnesses, wellness, or congenital conditions, and adjust it until you get the coverage you want. I did find Nationwide a bit more expensive than I hoped, but they were very clear on what was and what wasn't covered in my policy. Once the application was done, it was approved really quickly, and within about 2 days, my coverage was in place. Nationwide has a general mobile app for all their insurance products, and you get a 5% discount if you use them for other insurance policies as well. So you can use the app to keep tabs on your benefits and claims, and even though it isn't dedicated to pet insurance, I've read that a lot of customers find it pretty useful. Making a claim is really simple and easy to process. You can do it all online or by downloading a form that you can send by email, fax, or even if you still want snail mail. And you can be reimbursed by bank draft or by paper check if you like doing things the old-fashioned way. Now, it's not all positive because I did notice a lot of complaints about how claims are processed at Nationwide. Although according to them, claims are generally processed within about a week, it can take a bit longer for surgical and emergency procedures, and the amount you can get back might be lower than you expect, so check on that before you sign up. Otherwise, I happen to think that the peace of mind you get, especially after I went through all of it without insurance in the first place, when we first got Ralphie and he got hit by a car, is sort of very calming. So do I recommend Nationwide? Simply put, they're a really good option, especially if you have a pet that isn't a dog or cat. It's a great option for your turtle, your parrot, or gerbil, and if you want to cover your pet's overall health and well-being, then they have a plan for that. But the bottom line for me is that insurance companies come and go, but Nationwide comes with a solid reputation and a long track record in the business, so you know that you're dealing with an experienced and stable pet insurer who will be there for you when it matters most. And so that's going to be it for today's video. I really hope you found it helpful, and if you did, hit that like button and subscribe for more reviews. But again, if you decide that you want to try Nationwide, feel free to take advantage of a small discount you'll get if you use the link in the description below that isn't available on their website. Also, feel free to leave any questions in the comments below, and I'll do my best to try and answer them as quickly as possible. Guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.